We've all seen the videos. Yes, electric cars can charge up to 250 kilowatts. But you're gonna need a supercharger for that if you own a Tesla. Or you need to go to an Ionity supercharger. So there's all kinds of ways you can charge your electric cars fast on a DC charger. But what do you do when you live in a country where there's no supercharger? You can go to a fast charge station for 50 kilowatt or 80 or 100. But even so, there's not enough chargers for everyone. So you're gonna basically use 400 volts. You're gonna use the tri-phase AC power from the grid. So what's the fastest you can charge your car? This one charges with 22 kilowatt and it's a Tesla. And why is that? Lucian is gonna tell us. Hello, Lucian.
Hi.
Hello, the pandemic way.
Yes. So basically, it's not so complicated from the hardware point of view. You have already almost everything prepared inside the car. You have the wires, you have the pipes for cooling of the charger. You just need a secondary charger. So you have one
secondary charger.
Yes, you have one 11 kilowatt charger already installed under the back seat, and you just need to add another one on the other side of the seat. So if I remember correctly, the original one is on the right side of the car, and you need to put another one on the left side of the car.
Does that work on any Model S?
I think so, I'm not sure.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought I was a Tesla fan, but I never knew that. Of course, I cannot do it on my Model 3, but I know you can do it on a Model S. Let's see it. Let's see how it works.
Let's see how it works, yes.
So that's what's hiding underneath the back seat of your Model S.
So this is the original charger.
The one on the right side.
Yes. And that one from the left, it's the secondary charger, and that's a DC connection box. And all the wires, all the orange wires are already there.
All the orange wires you found inside the car.
Yes, and also the pipes, as you can see, we have pipes for both chargers.
The black ones.
Yes.
So they need cooling. Actually, Tesla is putting inside the cars before it ships them all the wiring for a secondary charger, although it's not there yet.
Yeah, I think you can buy it. I'm not sure if you still can buy it with two chargers directly from them. But as an option, you can add it later.
How complicated was it putting the secondary charger inside? Is it the same thing? Is it a twin charger?
It's exactly identical. The only, let's say, the hardest thing is to program it, to make the car accept the secondary charger.
But how do you actually put it in? Is there an empty space?
Yeah, that space was empty.
Okay, so you remove the seat, you just put it in, you plug it in.
Yeah, and program it, of course.
And program it, okay. So you need a geek friend for that.
In Bucharest, there is a company, they have a website, it's teslaservice.ro, and they did this.
So they can program this.
Mm-hmm. And also,
okay.
In the same moment when I've added the secondary charger, because my car is not charging using CCS, I have a module installed here to allow communication with CCS charging station. So now the car is able to charge on AC, DC CHAdeMO, DC CCS, and of course Supercharger.
Wow, you're a lucky guy.
So I can use it everywhere.
So basically when you charge a car like this, when you charge a Tesla, you need to choose between Type 2 on AC,
yeah,
or CCS for the newer Model 3 and Model Y, or CHAdeMO adapter for the Model S.
Yeah.
But now you can use CCS on a Model S.
Yes.
CCS on a Model S with an adapter like this.
Yes, and that module.
And that module. What does that module actually do there?
It's allowing communication with between the car and the CCS charging station.
Communication. Why do I need communication? It's just power.
Yeah, it's just power, but the charging station needs to know what is the voltage on the battery, how much current can the charging station put on our battery, and so on. What's the temperature? Because each parameter must be monitored from the charging station.
So when you're going to a fast charger, a DC fast charger in the city, and you're plugging in the CCS, if it gives you 50, can you put 50 in the car?
Yeah, of course.
Could you do even more than that?
I'm not sure what's the maximum that this adapter can accept, because in here I have only tested it with 50 kilowatts.
Okay.
I don't know if it can do more. I'm not sure.
If you went to a Tesla Supercharger, what would be the fastest you could charge?
I think the maximum was 110.
On this Model S
Yes.
2016.
Yes.
Okay. That doesn't look complicated, but how long did it take and how much did it cost?
Yeah, about the cost, I think the charger, it's somewhere, you can find it somewhere between, I don't know, 800 and 1,200 euro. Yeah, that's the cost for the secondary charger. And for labor, I think it was something like 300 or 400 euro. I don't
Okay.
remember. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm saying something wrong.
So around 1,500 euro just to cut the charging time in half when you use AC.
Yes.
That's basically it.
Yeah, but AC chargers you can find everywhere, and
It's much
Yeah.
easier to find AC than a fast charger, of course.
yeah.
And of course, we don't have superchargers around here. Maybe sometime soon, maybe 2020. We've been hearing that a lot.
Yeah, we are waiting for Supercharger for
So
such a long time.
This is April 2020. If someone from Tesla sees or hears about us, we need a supercharger at least. Maybe 3 or 10 or 20, I don't know. As many as possible. We might not have enough motorways, but we have Teslas here.
Yeah, and we love them.
And we love our Teslas. Okay, thanks for watching. We hope this video helped. If you need more information about it, drop a comment down below. Share this video with your friends. Maybe they own a Tesla, maybe they want a Model S. And this is how you can hack your Tesla to charge in half the time when you're using AC. Subscribe to our channel and we'll see you for the next one. Thank you, Lucian.
Thank you. See you.
And we'll see you for the next one.